Hello, everyone. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I've had a really rough week emotionally. A really, really rough week. And you ever just feel alone? Even when you have friends, right? Even when you got family, you just feel utterly alone. And that's just how I've been feeling lately. And this depression I feel like it's eating me from the inside out. And I know in other situations, girl, that would be acceptable in hindsight, honey, okay? Like, it sounds amazing from a different perspective, but this shit right here is just gnawing at me. And let me just tell the truth here. I'm tired, girl. I'm tired. This is not I'm trying to unalive myself. Nothing like that. It's just I'm tired. My last video, just, touching a little bit more on just girl. And what sucks even more is when you can't even explain it. It's this feeling that hovers over the ether of your life. And what sucks even more is when you feel like you don't really have anyone to talk to about anything, because you don't want to burden people with your shit all the time, There are like one or two people that I actually, have conversations with in depth. Shout out to Kat, because me and him talk all the time, and we've definitely developed one hell of a support system with one another. He goes through, I'm his, his backup dancer girl, hello God, backup singer, dancer girl, hello, and vice versa. When I'm going through, he's there, helping me realize my power and my strength. And I have like one or two other people. But overall, you don't want to burden people with your shit. Because life is not just lifing for me. Life is getting everyone together. So sometimes I feel like, girl, please, like I'm not the only one. Why do I want to burden these people when I know they're going through as well? Even if they're not going through, I still feel like I don't like to put my baggage on other people. Which is a lot of times why I like to do videos, and this is a wonderful outlet for me, at least. And I think we all here, hello God, at the Court of Truth and Justice, girl, have developed a very transparent and healthy relationship with one another, to where I don't feel any kind of way on letting you guys in because of the emails and the comments when I do videos like this that say, girl, thank you. It's good to know that we're not alone. Because a lot of girls get up here on YouTube, girl, and it may not be their thing. So that's why I don't judge anybody. But a lot of people come up on here and act like everything is all good, when really, girl, you're hurting too. You're just scared of letting people in because now they're going to see this, well, you think they're going to see this cracked image of you. Because you're too busy trying to put up this goddamn persona, this facade, hello God. Girl, what y'all got going on over here? hurry up, girl. Yeah, they don't know how to just keep it 100, child, okay? Because no matter who you are, no matter what you got going on, no matter your type of followers or the type of content you do, I guarantee you are not, hello God, absolved of human trials and tribulations. Period. That's why I hate when people act like they don't know what it's like to feel the way that I be talking about or to go through. No one is above the reproach of Miss Life Girl and how she's going to handle that ass. Rich or poor, white or black. Now, the road may be tougher for others. Hello, God. But, bitch, all in all, life is going to serve lessons to everybody. Now, I do feel like they're... Ooh, girl, come on. Because y'all finna waste my time. I don't like sitting. Let's hurry up and go, girl. If life is a constant, we need to be constantly moving, bitch. I hate traffic for that very reason. Oof. But, yeah, I'll be all right, though, child. This is just another one of my little moments in time where I struggle for a little bit, girl, and then once I work through all of the foolishness of it all, usually I bounce right the fuck back. So, but I get tired of that perpetual cycle, though, girl. Then it makes me think about like this generation, where at some point, you guys know I was always talking about how a lot of kids nowadays are very sensitive, and a lot of the kids today are being born with a lot of, defects and shit, child. And it's about the food system and what the parents were eating. A lot of these dudes, honey, y'all ain't healthy. Y'all out here got toxic sperm. A lot of these women out here, y'all ain't healthy. Some of y'all, like Christian Rock, think that it's okay to drink and smoke and do all this stuff while you pregnant, child. Y'all don't eat no fruits. Y'all don't have no vegetables, honey. Nothing. Y'all just be sitting around here eating like you don't give a fuck. And then your parents, whatever was going on up in their, their bloodline. A lot of people, especially in the African American community, especially back then, when you're being raised on pig intestines, girl, them chitlins and shit, eating all that trash, and then when you have the government spraying chemicals in the air, because they do that still to this day, you got all this stuff happening, and they keep changing the ingredients and the foods at the restaurants. Shit, they're genetically modifying damn near every single thing. Y'all out here cloning meat. God knows only how long y'all been doing that. Because I swear food quality, like I talked about before, has definitely changed in the last 20 to 30 years. Something is different. A lot of this food does not look real. So that is a definite contributing factor to why a lot of people in the last 20 damn years have, even further back, like I said, girl, that'll make or break what comes out of you, what kind of child you have. Notice the kids these days, my generation started it off where we were a lot bigger than what we should have been. Nowadays, girl, please. I was a bus driver for like 5 years. I drove for every level of school. Bitch, I've been to college as a young person and as an older person. And I tell you, these motherfuckers look grown from day one. Yes. So you can't tell me that something ain't changed in the food, and the DNA structure of human beings. These girls right here giving birth to giants. Okay? We thought Shawnee O'Neal was the only one out here giving birth to these gargantuan ass children and asking, girl, does your pussy okay? Can your uterus actually fit all of that in there and actually spit it out? Like, that's crazy. All these kids are so sad, and you know, they have the term emo. That's what they call it now. They want to make it cool to be an emotional wreck. Even like I said, working where I work, I deal with a bunch of young folks who suffer from many, many, many mental illnesses, and it's crazy like how young and, you know, they are having all of these things. Everyone's allergic to shit now. Girl, you can't. And it's because, think about it, if you were never allergic to something back then, or that didn't run in your family or whatever, 9 times out of 10 your child should be good too. No, a lot of these kids are being born with major allergy issues. I haven't seen so many EpiPens before in my life. Hello God, allocated for children. These kids can't even go outside without having a damn asthma attack these days. And I guess all in all, what I'm trying to say out of all of this is be mindful of what you're consuming. Food and drink does have the ability to rearrange your DNA structure. So then you have a child, hello God, your DNA is now been duplicated in a way, and now that child has to assimilate to the trash of this world too, and the cycle goes on and on and on. So consumption needs to be monitored closely, and we need to be paying attention to what we're putting in our bodies, especially if you plan on having kids. It's really disheartening to see so many young people stricken with mental health issues. And I hate to say it too, and I always talk about this, so many children in the past 20 years have been born with a lot of defects. History, let me tell you something about history, girl. Whether it was rearranged to fit the needs of white men or not, you've never really heard of the things of today back then. Cancer rates are high as hell. All these diseases out here, high as hell. Everybody has diabetes, child. Everybody has all these problems and these issues, girl. Like even autism and, you know, kids that suffer from, you know, even dwarves, child, or little people as they call them, girl, or whatever. There was never an abundance of that recorded at all in in the past ancient histories. So that lets you know that the world has definitely changed, and it's because of all of this science, you know, and genetically modified trash that they've been giving us for all these years, girl. Greed. The pharmaceutical companies with their greedy foolishness, these fast food restaurants with their greed. Side note, real quick, I just saw in the news the other day that McDonald's and Burger King and, you know, Chick-fil-A and Chipotle, just to name a few of our favorite places to eat, right? They tested all of these restaurants, and all of them had tested positive for high levels of plasticized materials, which basically means that when they're in their creation mode, small microscopic pieces of plastic are being mixed into the food. So then we wonder why cancer is heavily prevalent in this time period, and God only knows how long that's been going on. And I do want you guys to know, like KFC and McDonald's, they sponsor the American Heart Association. I'm telling y'all gotta watch What the Health. And there's another documentary on Netflix that will educate you a lot on food and, bitch, their influence, their impact, the special interest groups that donate to these major associations that are supposed to advise us on health. How the hell is McDonald's good for your heart? How the hell is KFC good for your heart? And when these entities were questioned about these things, they shut down immediately. The interviewers had to basically lie about the basis for the interview. And then once the questions start going, all of these people who are the CEOs and the controllers of these major entities that again are supposed to advise us on health, they have no answer. They shut the interview down, which lets you know that there's shady foolishness going on. All of that in turn will dictate the future of human beings. You want to know why you're fat and obese? And say, oh, it just runs in your family. Girl, no, where? When we look at the hieroglyphs and we look at other ancient cultures and the depiction of their people, whether it's been drawn on a stone, girl, or whatever, you never saw a fat person. Hello, God. You never saw a depiction. I've never seen a fat Aztec before. I've never seen a fat Egyptian before. There were no plus size robes, girl. So I feel like everything has been programmed to get us sick, again, to make us, dependent on the government and big pharma. They're never going to give you the cure. They'll give you the treatment. You about to run into that car, you dumb bitch. They're never, because they want you dependent. They want you reliant. And like I said before, they've studied the brain extensively. And they know how to get people addicted to shit. Look at how they market their food, hello God, during their promotions. A lot of that food is dipped in wax. They use a lot of filters to make it look so utterly delicious. They know how to, that ASMR shit, you hear the crunch, hello God, on that fried chicken. You have to have it. You have to have it. And then if your family's been eating that, now you're born into that family, you are predisposed to that particular addiction. And then with all of the evidence today that shows that eating natural can reverse diabetes within a month, I have seen people testify to that. They have seen some girls are getting off insulin in 2 months. They won't promote that though. And which is another thing I do want to have a larger conversation about, which is the CEO of TikTok and, him meeting with Congress or the Senate or whoever that was, girl. I do feel like TikTok does mess with black creators and they do mess with truth telling. But there is also a lot of truth telling that goes on the platform. And people don't like that. And that's where a lot of the girls are talking about natural remedies and natural this and how to, repair your body and reverse these diseases and things like that. Why y'all keep trying to shut down sites that, they hate Elon Musk, girl. When he took over Twitter, he gave free speech to everybody, girl. They don't like that. The government has to be able to control the narrative. They have to be able to control you through media, through these different outlets. Why do you think girl, these people out here have been invading our privacy secretly for many moons now, right? But as soon as Mark Zuckerberg and, Elon Musk, child, and, the CEO Twitter, girl, I'm not Twitter, TikTok and Instagram and like all these people, right, always end up being called to the carpet. And most of it's due to the fact that they allow free speech on the platforms. You guys sit here and try to impose your rule on these entities that give people the ability to have access to whatever information they need, whether it be truth, whether it be lies. You guys don't want anybody having the ability to have readily accessible, information like that. That's why there's only so many networks, so many news sites. And a lot of these networks are actually subsidies of major networks. They have sister companies and mother companies and father companies, it seems like. A lot of these places are owned by the same individuals. Again, it's the illusion of choice. It's the illusion of a selection, an option. There is no option. There is no choice. There's only the illusion of all of that. As soon as you make a video talking about how you cured cancer or how you cured AIDS or how you cured yourself from diabetes, they're going to take that video down. There is a gentleman from Africa who recently, well, not recently, it took him a while, he developed a battery that basically has limitless energy. His car runs off itself perpetually. Hello, God. His cell phone the same way, his TV the same way. And rumors are that people are trying to kill this man. We talked about the two gentlemen who created a car that can run off just nothing but water. Those two men were found dead. There is a conversation right now that scientists have figured out a way to control and manipulate, I think, girl, don't get me wrong, I think it's like a fusion reactor. Basically, it can provide limitless energy. Remember when Tony Stark, hello God, I forget which movie that was, so many different Marvel films with Tony Stark, child, where he created, he used the technology from his little thing to create everlasting energy. That's how the Stark Tower was ran, off of limitless energy. So apparently they've found out a way to do that, and they would like to apply that in the near future to basically run whole cities, you know, forever. Girl, do you really think they're going to let that happen? Do you really think these electric companies, these gas companies, hello God, you think they're really going to let that happen? Girl, please. Anyway, let me get in here and work out, girl. Just food for thought. Everything is carefully designed to make you dependent. Everything is carefully placed. Hello, God. There are backroom conversations. There are war room strategies that go on late in the midnight hour when these girls get together down to Camp David or down to whatever nefarious, you know, trap house, hello God, dark room that they're in, coming up with ways to continue to control us. Think about it. Think about it. All right, y'all, let me get in here. Be blessed and never stressed. And remember that health is wealth, girl. And again, in the words of Erica De Niro, TV bitch, protect your energy. Bye.